through these games, where do you find that belief and confidence that you can do it?
I think through the preparation, through practice, and then just meeting and then watching film and just making sure, like, because you got to go out there and believe. Because if you don't believe, you don't have a chance. Like, that's how it kind of goes. But I think the team's going to go out there and be confident in our preparation. Hopefully, go out there and execute at a very high level, and that's going to be hopefully the difference in the game is that we're able to get out there and just execute at a very high level, even more so than the first 4 weeks that we've played.
Is there anything that surprised you about this group? Like, you guys look like a very confident, aggressive group.
I would say we're pretty resilient because, I mean, we get sometimes some situations that we get out there and we get out there, like last week we had a fumble on the, what was it? I don't know. It was inside. It was the red zone. It was early. It was something. And we went out there and we got to hold them to a field goal, which I think that just shows like what we've been ingrained through camp in these first couple weeks of the season, that just to respond. And we've talked about that, and that's what we've been just saying, like, through practice, because that's how it was in camp too. Like, if we gave up a big play, we were able to respond, and that's kind of like preaching points of the defense is being able to respond to things that happen, good, bad, or neutral. So just being able to play the next play.
When you get so many new guys and you guys have been able to do that, how impressive is that? You got a new system as well, but just so many new players coming together to be that consistently sort of.
I think the buy-in's been really good. I think everybody knows when we're going out there, it's team defense, and we want to go out there and we want to go out there and get the job done. So, and everybody's got each other's backs. So I think that's kind of been a thing, because I think everybody's playing for each other in a way. So even though we got a bunch of new guys on the field, it's pretty much like brotherhood already. I think that we have a good group on defense, and I think that we're going out there to go to war with our brothers, and I think that's kind of been a bigger difference than maybe years previous, but I think it shows up.
Do you notice a heightened sense of just excitement, maybe, or urgency when the challenge is what it is this week? And you guys have played some good defense. Are you looking to sort of match up and test yourselves against?
Yeah, for sure. It's a really good offense. I mean, they might be one of the best offenses in the country. They're really explosive, and it's a challenge, and that's what we've talked about in our unit meetings and our position meetings, and we've talked about it. And we know that they're good, and we know that they're going to be an explosive offense. And I think our ability to respond, even if they do get a big play, and come back the next play and be able to bow up and limit points on the board, I think that'll be a really key factor in the game.
And they can be explosive both ways too. It's not like just the passing game or just the running.
Right.
Game. How much more difficult does that make it?
Right. It just makes you got to make sure you're locked into your details and your job, and make sure that you're playing every play. Like, you got to be very focused and mindful of what can happen, because it doesn't take long, because their offense is very. It doesn't matter. Either running back, all the receivers, they can get the job done pretty quickly. So just.
I guess you probably asked about this earlier, but when you went back and watched after each time you played Ohio State the last 4 years, what has been that next day feeling when you watch the tape?
It's hard. I mean, after a loss, for sure, it's hard, and then you see little things. I mean, they're very good athletes and stuff too, and there's just little things that always bite you in the butt, and then they take full advantage of it, because they're playmakers, and that's what they've done, and they've shown and proven all season and all 4 years I've been there. They've been a very explosive offense, and I think that's they take advantage of every opportunity they get, and I think that it shows up. Like, you see it in the games. It's like you see a mistake by someone, they're going to jump on it. And they're very good at that, and they're very explosive too. On top of being getting into certain positions and stuff, so I think that kind of hurts a defense.
Was there any point in any of those games where you said we're still in this game? Like, was there a point where you're like, "Ooh, this is snowballing in a hurry"?
It's tough. 2022, I think we had a pick early in the game, and I think that game it felt like, okay, we could compete with these guys, and we can go toe to toe with them, and then some things leading to other explosive plays, long passes and stuff like that. So that's that rolls into you got to make sure you limit explosives and making sure they're driving the ball, because they're very explosive, and they're gonna throw the ball downfield. They're gonna be able to throw it out in the flat and perimeter, and just get guys running downfield. So we gotta just have guys getting to the ball and making sure we're doing our job in coverage, and then in the run game as well. We gotta make sure we're fitting everything right and making sure that we don't give any seams, because they're very good running backs as well.
I know that you didn't play for him per se, but Mark's name, Coach D'Antonio's name going up in before the game. I mean, he obviously recruited you here, and you got to work with some last year, I guess. What is that like for one of the few guys who built that relationship with him over time?
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, it's definitely, I'm sure, it's cool. I mean, Mark D'Antonio, the guy, he's Coach D'Antonio, me. He's his name's up on the stadium already, I think, and it's just cool because I was his last class that he recruited, and I actually was here for a couple weeks before he ended up retiring, and then for him to come back, it was kind of like full circle. He came back and was helping out with the team, so that was really cool, and because I still kind of got to not play for him, but play like he was around, so it was cool. And he's been around too a lot, like even in the other years, like I've seen him. He comes to a lot of the games, so it's cool to talk to him. I still say what's up to him and talk to him. Like at Maryland, I saw him at Maryland, just talking to him. He says what's up to my parents and everything. So it's a close relationship, and I'm really happy for him and everything that he's accomplished.
I don't know if he because I know this game always meant something to him. A little different having worked down there. But did last year? Did he have any extra addition?
No, he didn't have much. He didn't really say too much about this last year that I can recall. But he's definitely been around. He knows how it is. He's been down there and everything. So yeah.
Is it good, Cal?
Appreciate it, Cal.
Thanks a lot.